Out from the high post, little pass to 20-footer, rattles it in. 36-34, Lions lead. Mark Logson's a high point man as East is in a 3-2 zone. As Zinn has it over to Paul Johnson. Johnson bounce pass in for Chris Stevenson, and he gets his first two of the half as it's 38-34. Elfeld brings it up.
They've been having trouble with that guy all night, John. He has 19 points already.
So Kelly brings it up and dishes off for Wetzler on the baseline. David Wetzler throws it up, no good rebound by Chris Stevenson. Stevenson dips it off to Rob Zinn. Zinn handling it on the baseline. Rob Zinn back to Zinn, pass to Paul Johnson out to the top of the key. Shoves it over to Dane Griffin on the far side. Long cross-court pass to Zinn. Baseline jump shot from 19. Rolls on top of the rim, no good. Rebound by Stevenson. Stevenson and gets it off to Zinn. It's stolen by Wetzler. There's a 2-on-1 fast break. Wetzler holds it up, hooks it around to Jeff Elfeld. Under the boards, he puts it up and he's fouled. Foul was called on Kevin Armitage of the Lions, and that will be his fourth foul. And he's going to be taking a rest, I'm sure, very soon. However, he remains in the game
they
so
didn't
far.
Pull him yet. If they don't, though, he's playing very aggressive. He might foul out very soon.
Dave Wetzler with a fine hook around pass that he just went up in the air, committed himself, and then hooked it around the body of Kevin Armitage, intended for Elfeld, who was fouled as he went up for it. Here's that move we expect as Eric Linhart goes in now.
Armitage will come out, John.
For Kevin Armitage.
With 4 fouls.
Jeff Elfeld now at the line for his first time. And Jeff on the way and good. Jeff Elfeld puts it through. So it's
baseline shot, no good. Linhart can't hit. Elfeld takes it across the line. Elfeld hands it off to Kelly. Kelly top right post.
Logston now I'm back. Logston has it, drives the lane and dishes off for Elfeld. Elfeld on the near side, looking, hooks it over to Glazier at the free throw line. Drives the lane on Armitage, drives the lane on Stevenson and puts it through. 38-37 Lions lead, and it's dwindling as Glazier gets his first basket of the half. Johnson brings it around, it's batted off Kelly, out of bounds free ball, and they're going to give it to the Lawrence Lions as it went out of bounds by David Wetzler as he was going for it very aggressively. Wetzler down low playing tonight, and he's playing with the big boys. Johnson has it on the top of the key, dishes it off down low for Eric Linhart, who's seeing his first action tonight. Over to Zinn on the near side. And Dane Griffin has it on the shovel pass under the boards, and a good move to stay in front of the backboard and gets it through. Jeff Elfeld driving with 4:06, dishes it off to Bill Kelly in the backcourt. Logston has the top of the key, takes a step toward the basket and hits Glazier. Glazier hooks it around on the far side for Bill Kelly on an 18-footer, short, and then bounces right in. Bill Kelly picks it up, and it's 40-39 Lions lead. Johnson has it, goes up in the air at the free throw line and gives it to Linhart. Linhart over to Stevenson. Stevenson over to Zinn, who drives the lane from the high post position and puts it through. Rob Zinn, a very good shooter, picks up his 8th point of the game. 42-39 Lions leading as Elfeld hooks it around for Kelly on the far side. Bill over to Glaze at the free throw line. Glazier pulls up the high post and gets it off to Elfeld on the far side. Jeff 20-footer is off, no good. Rebound Dane Griffin pulled it down in front of 2 Lancers, and the pass intended for Eric Linhart. He didn't see it and hit it out of bounds off his fist. And with 3:12 to go in the quarter, it's 42-39 Lancers behind. So the Lions are leading by 3. Bill Kelly has it on the near side, hits Glazier over the top of the key. Same old story here. They're going to the offense. Elfeld, long jumper from the baseline, rebound Dave Wetzler. Off the foot of Linhart as we went down with it. Eric Linhart, and it's Goes out of bounds, Lancers ball. Dave Wetzler inbounds for Elfeld, the baseline. Thought about a baseline jump shot, gives it over to Bill Kelly, a 15-footer through. Bill Kelly puts it through, and he's got 2 quick ones this half. That's his 7th point tonight. 42-41, Lions leading.
Lancers are going to have to stop them on one of these offensive plays pretty soon if they want to take the lead.
Paul Johnson has it, dishes over to Stevenson in the lane, straightaway shot, and puts it through. Jeff Elfeld now brings it up. 44-41. Elfeld spins around, being worked down by Johnson on the man-to-man. Kelly working and hits Logston at the high post. Dane Griffin's running all over the place, and finally Ken Glazer's wide open on the boards. Puts it through, and a lot of quick scoring as it's 44-43 with 2:10 to go in the period. Johnson pumps and fakes a shot, throws it out of bounds, and it was off Bill Kelly's hand, and it's going to be Lancers ball, or no, Lions ball. And going in will be Brad Wilhite, and stepping out will be Stevenson, Chris Stevenson, and Paul Johnson has a long pass for Zinn on the baseline, a very fine shooter, and he proved it there with a long baseline shot as it goes through. 46-43, it's a lot of shooting tonight, a lot of balls going through the hoops as Bill Kelly's wide open going for the boards. Elfeld couldn't see him on the man-to-man way in the backcourt. Now Bill has it on the boards, on the baseline, no good. Rebound goes to Eric Linhart. Linhart dishes over to Paul Johnson. Paul brings it up, stops at the top of the key. Long pass to Zinn, Rob Zinn, and the pass for Dane Griffin on the baseline from the top of the key was batted out of bounds by a Lion. It's gonna be Lancers ball. They gotta cut it to with 1, and it's 46-43, minute 20 to go on 13A, your Lancer Sports Network. Mark Logston has it and dumps it off. Elfeld now quickly open on the baseline. Short shot, no good. Rebound by Logston, offensive rebound. Bounce off the back of the rim. Rebound by Kelly, and it's through. A lot of work on that one to get that through the hoop. It just didn't want to go, and Kelly picks up his 6th of the half and his 9th of the game. Okay, so Linhart has it on the far side. Linhart hits Brad Wilhite coming over to Zinn on the near side. Rob Zinn dishes off to Wilhite. Brad Wilhite over to Johnson. Johnson down low, looking around. Lancers in the zone. 2-3 zone, and Rob Zinn driving, takes it off the glass, no good. And we had an offensive foul on the Lions.
Good opportunity now for East to jump out and try to get the lead here. They could get a 1-point lead, which isn't much, but it'd be nice to be 47-46 going out of the 3rd quarter.
Okay, Jeff Elfeld brings it off, dishes to Wetzler, and Linhart commits himself and left Logston wide open. And
there they go,
through.
John.
47-46, Lancers leading with 19 seconds to go, and Johnson's going to try to get the last shot off. Who made that, Rich?
That was Mark Logston.
Okay, so Log has got a lot of points tonight as Dane Griffin turnaround jump shot in the lane. 10-footer is no good.
David Wetzler has been playing very alert and hustling a lot. He's just got a bad break like on that one there.
Okay, so with 9 seconds to go, Dane Griffin's going to throw it in from under the boards. Can't find anybody, then hits Linhart on the baseline. Over to Pete Johnson. Johnson drives the lane, dishes off for Griffin, and there's a call with 2 seconds to go. And it's going to go against Paul Johnson, who picks up his first personal, and it will not be a shooting penalty, unfortunately, for the Lancers.
Not been very many fouls in this quarter, John.
No, they've cut it down as Glazer throws it in quickly for Elfeld. Elfeld takes it off from 30 feet and missed it. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, it's Shawnee Mission East Lancers out in front by 1, 47-46.
Okay, John, in the 3rd quarter, a balanced attack for Lawrence. Zinn, Griffin, and Stevenson all had 4 points. Johnson hit 1 bucket for 2. Glazer had 4 in the quarter for East. Logston also had 4. Kelly got 6 points, and Elfeld tallied up 3 for the quarter. So we stand 47-46 moving into the 4th quarter of play.
So Lancers finally starting to get more aggressive as they took that to the hoop in that quarter and put it through, and it's Lancers finally out on top, 47-46. I'd like to remind everybody that this videotape we're taking tonight will be shown Saturday and Sunday on 13A. And you can check the program schedule, which is on our computer roll between shows for the exact time listing. Okay, we're set for the fourth quarter of play. And it's going to be Logston, Glazier, Elfell, Kelly, Wetzler out, and Griffin, Linhard, Zinn, Johnson, and Stevenson for the Lions. The three starters with the exception of Griffin and Wetzler for both teams. They're in a man-to-man as they picked up their men, and the opening tip of the fourth quarter is won by the Lancers. Jeff Elfell takes it. Lancers going left to right. Lancers also wearing white tonight as Bill Kelly has it, and dumps to Logston on the base on the top of the key. Drives a lane, finds himself open, throws it up, and there's a foul called, and it's going to be against the Lawrence Lions. The call was on number 25, and that'll be Brad Wilhite, his second personal foul. Neither team is in the bonus this far, as Logston goes to the line. Takes a jump on it and puts it through. 48-46. Mark is 2 for 2 and now 3 for 3 from the line. Logston with 17 points tonight. That's got to be his high for the year. As Paul Johnson brings it across for Lawrence. Dumps it off to Linhard. Linhard on the near side. Alley-oop pass for Stevenson. Turnaround jumper on the baseline, swish. Stevenson's playing quite a game tonight as he's showing you can play center with anybody. Chris Stevenson puts it through for the Lions. 49-48, Lancers lead, Lancers ball. Dump pass in the lane for Ken Glazier. He pulled the string on it, missed it. Goes back up with it on the offensive bound and puts it through. He was upset he missed that one. And gets that right back and makes it 51-48 Lancers. Dane Griffin has it on the far side. Pass for Stevenson, turnaround jump shot on the baseline. Fought over by three Lancers on the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Lions ball. 7:04 to play in the game, 51-48. Dane Griffin will make the inbounds pass. Overhead pass thrown, and Rob Zinn pulls up from the baseline right in the corner and puts it through. Rob Zinn is one of the finer shooters in the state as far as my book goes, as he makes it a 1-point margin, 51-50. Logston now has it at the top of the key. Mark over to Dave Wetzler. Wetzler over across the other high post to Ken Glazier. Overhead pass, turnaround jumper, Mark Logston. And Rob Zinn went up with it and stuffed Mark Logston. They called a foul on that though. Zinn will be charged with his first personal. He couldn't see anything but ball on that block, Rich.
Yeah, I think it's going both ways now, John. East was having their bad calls in the first quarter. I think they made a lot of stuffs that were called fouls. And as you were saying before, they are calling it very closely this year. We've seen that all along.
So Log with 17 points will go to the line. Mark, 4 for 4 from the line, is now 5 for 5. Logston, his second one is on the way. High Archer is also good. Log has 4 free throws this quarter, 4 for 4. 6:32 to go, 53-50 Lancer lead. Ball in quickly now for the Lions on the far side to Wilhite. Wilhite spins over to Johnson, hits Stevenson on the baseline. And Mark Logston fouls him as there's a scramble for the ball there. And on the scramble, it's going to be a foul on Mark Logston, who's got his 4th, and he's not far from fouling out, as Lions' Dane Griffin will take it out from underneath. Wilhite has it on the near side. Alley-oop pass for Stevenson, who's batted out of bounds by Ken Glazier, who reached over. That's a pretty long reach as he bats it out of bounds.
That was a dangerous reach too, I'd say, John.
I agree, Rich. Long. And Lions have it now on the baseline. That's Rob Zinn, a good outside shooter. Pulls it out. He's being worked on by Wetzler and gives it off to Wilhite. Wilhite, Brad, puts it up, a 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Ken Glazier is taken away from. Elfelt pulls it down, and he was fouled by Wilhite. Wilhite did not like the call at all. That's the way it goes. It's unfortunate, but Jeff Elfelt will go to the line as Wilhite picks up his first foul. Jeff Elfelt with 6 points tonight, makes his first trip to the line. Pretty packed house on half the stands tonight as Elfelt puts it through. 54-50. The northern section of the stands here at Shawnee Mission East are pretty much barren, but the southern part is pretty well filled as Elfelt misses his second. Johnson will bring it up quickly at 5:55 to go in the game. Dumps it off for Wilhite, and it's intercepted by Logston, who hits the dirt hard, and he's going to pick up a bruise there and go to the line. He was fouled by Chris Stevenson. That's his first foul.
That looked intentional to me, John.
Lions will take a timeout here, regroup, make one last run at it, as it's 54-50. Stevenson's played a fine game as he's a pretty good sized ball player at center as he picks up his third foul. I have one marked. Shows you how good a scorpion keeper I am. Okay.
Lancer have been very good in the fouling situation. They only have 2 fouls for the entire second half. John, so they're playing a very disciplined second half, especially in this situation.
But then looking at the foul situation, you got Brown with 3. Logston is the main factor. He's got 4 fouls. He can go out at any given time, and you know he's the man who gets the clutch shots. Okay. Okay. Gonna look at some scores around the league here pretty soon as Richard Whitehead, in his infinite resources of talent, has compiled these for me. And Logston goes to the line, throws it up off the rim, no good. Rebound by the Lions. It's going to go to Stevenson, who dishes it off to Zinn. Zinn's played the whole game into Stevenson in the lane. Out to Zinn, a long shot, no good from the top of the key. Rebound Glazier. Glazier jumps to Elfelt, 5:30 to go. He's picked up by Paul Johnson as Kelly has it in the backcourt. Bill looking over to Logston at the top of the key. Log drives, pulls up free throw line, got it. Big basket there. Mark Logston hits for the Lancers, 56-50. Dane Griffin has it now, dumps it down to Rob Zinn. Cross-court pass over to Paul Johnson, drives the lane on Elfelt, got around him, puts it through. 56-52, anybody's ball game. And bring the ball up, there's a charging foul, or held up, little contact between Paul Johnson and Jeff Elfelt, and foul will be on Paul Johnson, and that'll be his second foul. Elfelt will go to the line, and Jeff is 1 for 2 tonight. So looking at some of the scores around the league this week, well, we'll get to that later, as Jeff Elfelt made his basket. Okay, Jeff Elfelt on the way with his second. Okay, we'll have those after the game as Zinn drives the baseline, picks up some contact, rebound, Stevenson, turnaround jumper up, no good. There's a massive fight for it under the boards as Kelly pulls it down. Elbowing is called on the Lancers. Bill Kelly in a massive scramble under the boards for the ball was called for elbowing. Bill Kelly, I don't believe has any fouls on him so far. And Dane Griffin pulls it in. Pass for Paul Johnson, and the baseline 20-footer's through. So Paul Johnson's played a lot tonight. He picks up his 4th point. Wetzler has it on the far side. He's wide open. No one covered him, but picked up finally. And Logston has it. Dumps for Glazier in the lane. Turnaround jump shot just almost got through. Rebound. And
Logston's out of there.
the foul was called on Mark Logston, who fouls out as Dale Hunter pulled the rebound down.
I don't know about this officiating, John. I just don't like it for some reason.
Oh, quit complaining, Whitehead. Gee. I just don't like it. Got to call fouls. Logston fouls out. 4:23 to go, 58-54 as Eric Linhart into the game now. Turnaround jumper by Linhart in the lane, pushes it up short. Rebound, little Jeff Elfeld. He pulls it up, and he's picked up by Paul Johnson. Johnson over to Wetzler on the near side backcourt. Wetzler's going to drive the lane, pushes it off to Jeff Elfeld, and a charging foul is called on David Wetzler, I believe, and East is in the bonus. Lawrence is not. And the foul was called on David Wetzler, and that'll be his first personal. Okay, so Dale Hunter has it around the horn over to Paul Johnson. Johnson bounce pass for Dale Hunter on the other side, puts it through on the foul. He was fouled. No, they're gonna go back and say no foul. He was hit on the arm as he went up with a shot. I don't think anybody in the house is happy with the officiating tonight, as he went up with it.
What happened, John?
They have to call continuous motion. Fred Hunter went up with the shot, and he was fouled as he went up and made the basket, and they're not going to give it to him, as Fred Hunter goes up for it.
So will he be shooting two, John? Or
there's a
will he
Lawrence
one-on-one?
coach. He's not happy about it at all, as well he should be. As Fred Hunter, yes, Rich, he will go to the line. Fred has not scored yet, but he may now. He does. Picks up his first point of the game, and it's 58-55, 3:50 to go in the game. Good game going on here. Fred Hunter's second trip to the line is up and long. Rebound goes to Dave Wetzler after it's tip around. Jeff Elfeld up and crosses the timeline. Bounce pass, Dave Wetzler in the backcourt. Wetzler holds up, working slowly. Run the clock down. Kelly now has it on the baseline. Bill cross to Glaze on the top of the key. Kelly puts a move on Rob Zinn, goes for the basket and traveled with it. And it's going to be Lions ball. They may cut it to within one with the basket here, Rich. Rob Zinn brings it in to Paul Johnson. Johnson brings it across. Lancers are in a man-to-man. Johnson hooks the one over to Chris Stevenson and gets it down to Eric Linhart. Linhart across to Zinn, hits Fred Hunter coming in the lane. Rebound by Ken Glazier. Ken's getting a lot of rebounds tonight as Jeff Elfeld has it.
Dangerous.
And he's running
there
fast.
too,
We got
John.
a 5-on-4 as Dave Wetzler has it. Over to Jeff Elfeld. Long 20-footer on the baseline. Rattles in. 60-55. That may have done it as Jeff Elfeld
He's
puts
got
in
12,
a long
Jim.
one.
That's more than he usually scores, John.
Jeff's hit a lot of baskets tonight. His 12 points, as Richard pointed out. Rob Zinn working on Wetzler, and they're going to call charging against Rob Zinn as he beat.
He's out of the game, I think, John.
Yeah? No, I don't think so. That's
No, they're just
third foul.
They are taking him out, though.
Okay, so with a timeout on the floor, 2:42 to go, it's Lancers 60 and the Lawrence Lions 55. There you see Coach Dale Graham there in the huddle, and maybe if Will gets in close enough, you can read his lips. Yes. He's providing the pictures on the videotape broadcast portion of this, and for live viewers, stay tuned because we got some great action along with the scoreboard show with Richard Whitehead coming up next, who is our head statistician, man. I'd like to give some credits to some of the people on here. Dr. Jack Loudon and Adele Cox working the keyboard. Works hard for us, a model of consistency, I may add, as Will Nichols working on the camera now, and hope his earplug can hear me give him that credit, but I guess he can't. Ball goes in for Brian Brown. Brown takes it in on the full court press, man to man. They're boxed up. Kelly has it, and it's stolen by Dane Griffin. Griffin steals it away. It's Lions ball, and they had to do that as Johnson pulls up from 20. Gets his own rebound, no. Jeff Elfelt has it. On the full court press, the Lancers are being tested. Cross court, now they get it down to Ken Glazier. Glazier out to Bill Kelly. Bill really pressured by Rob Zinn.
They're working very hard on him, John. Giving them a lot of pressure.
Ken Glazier has it in the lane, turns around, puts it through, and they're not going to count it.
We have 2:10 remaining in this game. It's 60-55 in favor of the Lancers over the Lawrence Lions.
Okay, so Ken Glazier will go to the line, and on that play it was foul on Chris Stevenson. The big center's got 4 fouls, and he's in danger of fouling out as Ken Glazier goes up and puts it through. 62-55. Glazier adds a little more to the lead as it is desperately needed. Okay, so the ball goes up and again, and it's through. 62-55 Lancers says Linhart brings it across around the horn. Dane Griffin over to Rob Zinn. Linhart wide open on the baseline. Beautifully designed play, and it's through for the Lions. Elfelt has it on the man-to-man press over to Wetzler. Shoves it across the timeline and gets it to Ken Glazier. Ken on the near side over to Brian Brown. Brown to Kelly on the baseline. Back out to David Wetzler. Wetzler in the backcourt. Dishes off for Bill Kelly on the far side. Uptown's got it now on the high post. Brian over to Glaze on the far side. Ken's gonna hold it up, run it down. As the clock is almost in the red, Bill Kelly's got it now to Dave Wetzler. They're gonna start all over again as Jeff Elfelt has it in the backcourt. Elfelt working, running out the clock. Hits Wetzler. Looking, and Dane Griffin almost stole it away as Jeff Elfelt has it, trying to run it down. Elfelt thought about going to the high post and shooting. Dave Wetzler hooks it, no good, under the boards. Ken Glazier puts it through. So after a 30-second stall, it winds up in a basket by the Lancers. A fine under the boards shot by Ken Glazier. Lions bring it down. Zinn has it over to Stevenson. Turnaround jumper in the lane is through. Good play. And coach wants a timeout for Lawrence as it's a 5-point lead by the Lancers. Elfelt will bring it across the line. And they're going to call a timeout as Coach Graham wants to stop, slow down, and think about things here. With 40 seconds to go, clock's in the red, and there you see Jeff Elfelt looking over Coach Graham.
I think there was a foul, John. That wasn't a timeout. This could really put it out of reach, John. If Jeff hits both of these, I think it'll just be about over. 40 seconds remain. That'll be a 7-point lead for East. And a good comeback, too.
Jeff is 3 for 4 from the line, 4 for 5 now. And he's got, what, 13 points, or?
Jeff tonight, he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 13.
Okay. His second one is no good. And the pass intercepted by Dave Wetzler. Wetzler will go up with it. No, he won't. As he steals the ball. Foul by Dane Griffin. Intentional foul. Jeff Elfelt will go to the line.
Who was that? That's
Dane Griffin.
There comes his football tendencies, John.
Yes, he had to foul. And they're gonna, what are they gonna call here? Fans upset about something, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Second foul on Dane Griffin, and they're gonna call timeout and think about things. So with 30 seconds to go, 65-59, it's Lancers ball game as they're on their way to winning their 12th of the year. We'll be here with you bringing Rockhurst in as the Lancers will face the Hawklets, I believe Tuesday, and Shawnee Mission East basketball on 13A. So the Lancers on their way to another victory as a 65-59.
Only 30 seconds remain in this ball game. 6-point lead for the Lancers.
Richard,
and their ball.
Can you, I don't know what they were mad about. Apparently
Maybe
big call
this is what
by
I'm thinking,
fans.
John, that possibly they wanted it to be a 2-shot foul. That's the only thing I can think of.
It is a one-on-one as Elfeld will go to the line. Jeff's done the line a lot this half. 4 times as it's through. Jeff converts, making